Well, hi there, folks. I'm honoured and super excited to be introducing you to Mr. Leslie Fieger. Leslie's a personal development expert, author, traveller, coach, and has taught thousands of people worldwide on the subject of manifestation and finding true happiness within. He's written teachings such as Your Prosperity Paradigm, The 11 Steps to Creating and Living a Super Successful Life, The Master Key, Alexander's Dragonfire, Awakenings, and the Delphin Trilogy, and many others. And he's also a regular writer of articles on self-mastery. Leslie wrote the Delphin Knowledge System, in which tens of thousands of people, including myself, uses their primary tool for personal knowledge and intentional transformation. And this material is one of the most comprehensive and profound personal empowerment products ever created. And Leslie's traveled the world presenting seminars and lectures to thousands of people, and his knowledge and wisdom has helped transform thousands of lives. Leslie, I'm grateful for you to be taking time out in your busy schedule to share some of your wisdom.
Well, thank you. It is my pleasure to be here, and you make me sound very important, and I'm just a regular guy, Simon.
It just sounds like you're a very humble guy anyway. I've read your stuff, and you're one of my mentors. I also look up to John Assaraf and Neil Donald Walsh. He's another one. I've read their material, and it's just, since I've been studying personal development and manifestation, my life has really turned full circle. I wake up every morning, just feel so grateful for everything that I have in life now. Whereas before, I just wake up in the morning and just go, oh God, another day, I've got to go to this bloody job again. And it's hard. I was never ever happy, and it reflected around the people around me. There was a lot of people who didn't like me. I had into bad relationships and all that sort of thing. You name it. Life wasn't much fun. It got to a point where I had to do something with myself. I had to go, right, enough's enough. I can't live like this anymore. It's unhappiness, and it's constant struggle within to find the answer. And this is, I guess, is what's brought me here today. From that to this, and having a feeling of gratitude every morning when I wake up. And I'm passionate about this, and I so want to pass this on to others and get them into this, because the world needs this stuff. I'm sure you agree, Leslie. The world so needs this, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I think more and more people are coming to the realization that if they don't have something in their life to support their true self, that they get confused, they get lost a little bit.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, I was right there. I was one of them.
Yeah. Well, we all have our moments.
We do. Yesterday I was having a bit of a down day, and I picked myself up. The little voice inside was having a bit of a gnaw away, and then the other one just clicked in. If I wasn't aware of all this stuff, then I would have probably just been another crappy day. When you're practicing personal development, you're practicing gratitude, and you're practicing all this stuff, your mind, it does work. It kicks in, and the little voice inside says, hey, come on, get back out of the hole. The sun's shining up here. It's all good.
Absolutely. Well, it is all a miracle, and the gratitude practice is definitely an important part of choosing your direction in life.
Yep.
Being self-empowered.
That's for sure. Leslie, so how did you get into the business of personal development, by the way?
I was fortunate enough to grow up in a house where my parents had books like Think and Grow Rich and Dale Carnegie's book, I can't think of the name of it right now, on the bookshelf. Anyway, so I started reading personal development material and got involved with Tony Robbins stuff really early in my life. So it was like a sideline, like a hobby or a pastime, right?
Yeah.
I came to a point in my life in my early 40s when I had just gotten divorced and just suffered a business failure. I decided I needed to reassess, take a good hard look at myself and my life and the way I was living my life. So I went up and spent a couple of years in a little cottage beside a lake and spent some time in reflection, if you will, and came out of that period of time with a mission, not only develop myself, but to do like you are doing right now, spread the message, if you will, about how people can actually become self-actualized, take control of their selves moment by moment in each day, so to create a destiny for themselves. That was a big thing. Spent a couple of decades of my adult life previous to that chasing material success. Had some successful businesses, had some business failures. After I made the decision to contribute to the lives of others, I stopped chasing my own personal success, and strangely enough, it happened by itself.
It seems to do that, doesn't it? And what about mistakes in life? What are the biggest ones you made, and how have you corrected those mistakes? You know, as we all make mistakes in life, and we live with those, we have to own them and move on and accept for it. How do you deal with that sort of thing, Leslie?
Mistakes? Well, I probably make more mistakes than anybody I've ever met.
You haven't.
Mistakes. I think my biggest mistakes are allowing myself to get distracted, to allow myself to have the events that are going on around me, the circumstances, other people's dramas, my own personal flaws, distract me from living my purpose. I think that's my biggest ongoing series of mistakes, is allowing myself to get distracted from being on purpose. Obviously, over the years, I've committed some business errors and personal errors in relationships and things like that, but I think the ongoing struggle is to stay focused on what my purpose in life is.
Sure, that's right. If we can remember what our purpose is, bring us back to that, then that's what it's about, hey? So, and what about, what are your tips for beginners? Like people who are just getting into this, they just realise that, hey, there's something else there. I'm in a world of shit at the moment. I've got to get myself out of this. How do I go about it?
Well, and obviously you need a commitment, right? And so that the first step is to make a commitment to your better self, to your future self. And I think probably the best piece of advice that I can give to anybody is to find a mentor.
Yeah.
Either a person like yourself who's prepared to invest some time coaching somebody, or if you can't find that person that resonates with you, that can enter into a personal mentoring relationship with you, then find the books, the authors that can help you, give you a sense of direction, support the new you that you want to become, the bigger, powerful person that you want to become. But definitely, rather than trying to do it on your own, find somebody who can support you either directly in person or through their writings.
Sure. An accountability partner or a mastermind.
Yeah, well, a group of people, absolutely. Absolutely.
And what do you think the most common misconceptions about manifestation, law of attraction, and all this stuff is, Leslie? What do you think the most common misconceptions are about it?
Well, I mean, the law of attraction. I've been teaching people about the law of attraction for a quarter of a century now, practically. It became in the last few years a bit of a buzzword in everybody's talking about the law of attraction all of a sudden. I think the biggest misconception is that there's this magical genie out there in the sky that grants your every wish if you just write a couple of affirmations and stick them on your fridge door, or spend 5 minutes a day visualizing. The law of attraction is really simple to explain. Like energy is attracted to like energy, and that's it. So because we are energetic creatures, our emotional output, our mental output is all electromagnetic output. It's measurable, scientifically measurable output. And because we emit energy, it interferes with existing energy around us, whether that's in our society or whether it's just the energy of the universe itself, which is made up of energy. That interaction between our personal energy and the universal energy, the existing energy of the universe, creates interference patterns, and that interference pattern is what we see as our personal reality. So how we are energetically attracts to us the stuff that is most like what we're being. 5 minutes a day of focusing on affirmations, and then 23 hours and 55 minutes of living old negative habits. Well, obviously, the same old stuff, right?
Sure.
So you have to learn how to change your whole energy. And what you said earlier on about the gratitude ritual in the morning is one of the most effective ways to start to do that. The law of attraction is not about 5 minutes of visualization and 5 minutes of affirmations a day, and automatically the genie is going to grant you your wish. It doesn't work like that. You actually have to take your whole being and move physically, emotionally, mentally in the direction of that which you desire.
That's right. You couldn't have said it better, Leslie. That's so spot on. And I'll be teaching my superstars these lessons about gratitude, and taking a couple of minutes in the morning saying your gratitude, but also not only just in the morning then leaving it aside, but living it throughout your day. And I guess it can be you forget about it, but during the day you're going about your general daily life, But if you can teach yourself, if you can, as soon as you think about it, just stop for 5 minutes or stop for a minute or 2 minutes and just tell yourself whatever you're grateful for and really feel it. Bring the feeling within, the full feeling of gratitude. And it's amazing how your vibration will start to attract what you really want in life. So, Leslie, one of the biggest issues in the world I read about a lot is people procrastinating, to take the steps to improve their lives. How would you advise them to break through the barriers and to move forward?
I mean, that's a tough one. Procrastination, you can tell somebody, well, just get up and go for it, right? But if they don't have that personal desire to move from where they are to somewhere else, and if that's not strong enough, they're not going to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
I suppose really the best reminder that anybody can possibly get about do not delay is that time is limited.
Yes.
Right? Very, very limited.
Yeah.
And as I get older, you become more and more aware of how much time is left or how little time is left. Right? The thing is, for everybody that's walking around, whether you're 5 years old or 55 years old, your time is limited. So you only have X number of breaths.
Yes.
Moments to do what you are here to do. And you are here to do something. Right? Whatever it is, you have a purpose.
Each and every one of us.
You only have a certain number of breaths in which to succeed in accomplishing that purpose. So if you don't start now, it may already be too late.
Sure, yeah.
So get off your butt and move.
Definitely. Get up and get into it. Action.
Procrastination is one of the big problems that people have, is they keep putting off until tomorrow what they should be doing now. And now is the only moment we have to make the decisions that we need to make.
Got to get up. It's about taking action now.
Yes, always. Every moment is the moment.
And it's just that little step. I've read about successful people and how they do things, and I've putting this into practice myself, and it really works. It's about chunking things down, like taking little steps to get to where you want to go. You've got your big goal to where you want to go. However, if you can write things out and just do the little things and just keep plugging away at those little things, then eventually it'll manifest into that big thing, and that's what you'll get. And that's how super successful people, that's how they achieve things in life. It's by chunking things down. But also delegating as well too. That's another one.
Well, yeah. If you have a plan and you're following the plan, obviously you're going to accomplish something, right?
Yes.
I'm a big believer in habits forming results. You get up, you have a morning routine that you stick to, including the morning expression of gratitude. I think that's exceptionally important. But if you have an exercise plan, you have a goal-setting plan, if you will. You have a routine that you stick to. As I said earlier, if you do not allow yourself to get distracted too much from that routine, then obviously you're going to succeed.
Yes.
And all the successful people that I have seen and talked to and studied do the same thing as you have just said. You have a measurable way of accomplishing one little thing at a time, right? And so, take one step, take the next step, take the next step, and soon enough you're going to get somewhere. It's really simple. Right?
Yeah, that's right. Leslie, what about just in regard to your customers, the people that come to you? What would their top 2 or 3 questions be to you, and what would be your best answer?
The most common question I get asked is, how do I find my purpose? And that comes up at least once a week. Somebody sends me an email or contacts me through Facebook or whatever social media, and says to me, I understand that my life will be better if I'm living on purpose, but I can't find my purpose. Yeah. So that's the most common question I get asked. The answer is always the same. It's like your soul, your heart knows what your purpose is.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And when you are doing something where you actually disappear in the process of doing what is your purpose.
Yeah.
The doubts, am I doing it the right way?
Yeah.
And all of that kind of stuff, that all that ego stuff just disappears
Yes,
when you're
yes.
living on purpose, right? You're in the flow, if you will. You're in the zone. It's like, a professional tennis player out there in the tennis court, and when everything's just going perfectly, or a musician playing the guitar, right,
Yep.
on stage, and he's in the zone, right?
Sure.
When you're living on purpose, the ego, that little monkey mind,
Yes.
disappears, and you're in the flow.
Mm-hmm.
So all of us, even if we're working in a job we hate, or are in a relationship that we're not 100% happy with, have moments when we're doing something where we're in that state of feeling perfect.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now, to find your purpose, you need to remember that feeling and where it comes from, right? So a person needs to do some personal examination, some self-reflection in order to find their purpose. I mean, and it doesn't have to be, I'm going to change the whole world. It doesn't have to be a big universal purpose. I mean, maybe your purpose is just to become the best elementary school teacher.
Yeah.
Right? To change the lives of a few kids along the way as you pass through life.
Sure. Yes.
Giving them a sense of, their sacredness or their intelligence or whatever, right? So your purpose doesn't have to be a grandiose purpose. It's just that place where you feel perfect.
That's, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Where your own inner self is at peace and feels joyful. And that's everybody has those moments every once in a while, whether it's out on a surfboard,
Yep.
right, or whether it's hiking up in the mountains, or whether it's when you're operating a piece of heavy machinery in your job, and everything is just going just the way it's supposed to go, and you feel in the zone. That's when you're on purpose.
Sure.
If what you're doing causes you anguish, then you're not on purpose.
No.
Right? And you need to stop doing the things that don't allow you to feel that way about life is good.
Sure.
Life is wonderful. I'm happy. I'm joyful. Find those moments of joy, and you will be on purpose.
Yep. Dead right. That's spot on. And Leslie, how can people find out about you? And product information, learn more about you.
More about me.
Yes.
Well, I have a website, and it's lesliefieger.com, and everything that I make available to the general public is there.
Sure. Okay.
So
And
it's very simple, lesliefieger.com.
You've got something coming up in Australia very soon. Tell us about that.
I'm returning to Australia, to the Sunshine Coast, to the exact same location I did a previous seminar at Twin Waters. In March, I will be at Twin Waters again to present a 2-day seminar called Mojo Rising. I'm really excited about that. I'm really looking forward to seeing a bunch of old friends in Australia and meeting some new ones, and empowering a whole bunch of people with some new material that I have.
It sounds super exciting. I'm doing my utmost to get there myself, Leslie. I'm really grateful for what you're doing, and you're a super awesome guy, and I'm so grateful for today for taking the time out to having a chat with us here today, and passing on some of your infinite wisdom. It's I'm truly grateful for it, Leslie. Thank you very much, and you go and enjoy your day and have a top one, and we'll speak very soon.
All right. Well, yeah, anytime, Simon. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.